My name is Khadija Idrisu, and I am currently a PhD researcher at the Dublin City University in Ireland.
Very nice.
And I am also part of the Insight Center for Data Analytics in Ireland. So they are the research center I work with for my PhD.
Then we have Khadija Idrisu, just like Elsie Kaufman, just like Jacqueline. Khadija is also a computer scientist. She's a tech expert and she's into machine learning as well. An extremely rich profile for a very young lady at her age. Looking at her age and looking exactly at the kind of achievements she has made, it's very obvious that she's got something going on for her. And these are the kind of people you can make your case look up to. And of course, we can't mention the top intelligent people in this country and leave computer scientists out of it. She's a PhD student at Dublin City University. She will stand a very strong role model for young girls coming up if our priorities are right. And number 12 is Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa.
It was Mahatma Gandhi who said that the true measure of any society is how that society takes care of the vulnerable.
The MP for Northtown, and we all know that he's the chairman of the ORA, which is the Operation Recover All Loots. Before they even came, when he was in opposition, he fired into the whole cathedral thing, and not just the cathedral, and also the hotel sales when some of these big MPP gurus wanted to buy most of the hotels and blah blah blah. He's been very instrumental in trying to bring people to book. So I wasn't surprised that Muhammad named him as one of the oral team members and even the chairman. So Honorable Okujetu Ablakwa is currently the Minister for Foreign Affairs designate. He's yet to be vetted by Parliament and approved by Parliament, but nonetheless, he's one of the fierce, he's one of the bravest, I must say, to be able to speak truth to power even when he was in opposition. And number 13 would be Paul Azure. So Paul Azure was a National Science and Maths Quiz contestant for Pokuare in 2002.
Opokuwari, how will you prove to a 6-year-old child that ordinary air contains water vapor? Yes, Paul.
You expose a deliquescent substance to the atmosphere, and the deliquescent substance will absorb water vapor and then dissolve.
That is all right. Opokuwari, find the probability that one paper has an even number and the other an odd number. Paul?
5 over 9.
5 over 9 is correct. Paul?
This provides sensitivity to movement in any of the three planes.
That is correct. Paul?
Half centimeter.
How centimeter is?
So most of you who follow the history of the National Science and Maths Quiz, you famously know Paul Azure, and they actually won that year. And he was very instrumental in that year's contest. That time, Elsie Effa Kaufman wasn't the quiz mistress, but Paul within that time was one of the brightest students then. And then he went on to become an AI expert, and he's more into machine learning and computing as well. So he's a high AI expert and tech individual, and he's a polymath as well. This guy does music. In his music, he used the stage name Dr. Pushkin. So in his line of work, he uses his official name, which is Paul Azure, but with his music, he's called Dr. Pushkin.
Like an ancient scroll, this is your world. Once you take control, there are no heroes. Nah, there are no heroes.
Ain't nobody saving anybody out here, man. You know it's no heroes. It's no heroes.
And moving on, number 14, we have lawyer Martin Pebu, who is also a very popular one. This one is also a criminal lawyer. So he's also a member of the oral team. Yes, with Okujeto Ablakwa. He's one of the lawyers, or if not one of maybe the only lawyer on that team. And he is also one of the pundits on Key Points and Ghana Today on TV3. So you most likely see him with Professor Rance, for example, and they are just there giving it to the opposition and giving it to the current government.
As I said, the upshot of it is the fact that they are willing to face the cameras, willing to grant interviews openly, and to say that, look, sir, they've given us money, but we will not vote for them. And that is very courageous. Look, I meet scores of people who are MPP, and they tell me that, look, Master, oh, no, this time we are not going to just follow the party. It's been reverberating everywhere.
So there's no way we can have a 20 intelligent people in the country without talking about lawyer Martin Pebu. And Nana Kwame Bediako, which we popularly call Freedom Jacob Caesar.
I mean, it's very, very important for me to impact society with what I've come to gain on this earth. Before I came here, there was no existence of me. When I leave here, I should be remembered for why I came here.
I came from the mud.
I'm gonna admit, yeah, I'm a humble, flamboyant, confident, whatever you want to call it. But hey, these are some of my great qualities. I like it. I like it, and I'm not gonna change for anybody.
Which most of you also know as Cheddar. And this guy is young, and he's one of the richest entrepreneurs or one of the moguls we have in this country. And he's also the founder of the New Force Party. Yes, the New Force, group, the founder, the leader of the New Force. And his lifestyle brand and what he stands for is clearly someone who has got things planned out properly for himself. And you can see that he actually attained what all of us are striving for, which is money and wealth. And you need to be extremely sensible to be able to have money. Having money doesn't mean that you are sensible or you are smart or you are intelligent, but the other things or what you use the money for would also mean or show your intellect. So this particular one could also be Daniel Macaulay, which we mostly call MacDan, the leader of the MacDan group of companies, and Kwame. Despite all these people are also in that line of business, but Nana Kwame Bediako is clear of the list as one of the 20 intelligent Ghanaians we have.
The fuck? Scary? I stay fierce. Behind my pen's wheel, I am Shakespeare. Why let another man's win bring your face tears? Let's have a heart to heart, you know it's transplants here. They don't talk about me enough, that's the reality. Made this place a cult, I'm the secret in this society. Year after year, who's giving you the consistency? This is full body of work with no deformity. Love what I'm baking? Yes, a piece of the pie. However, the table turns, I'm making my reservation.
And number 16 is one of my personal summer. I don't know if this one comes off a bias, but we all agree that Lyrical Joe, which is actually number 16, is one of the best rappers we have in the country, not because he's fast with his lyrics, but because of his pen game. So, in the rap scene in Ghana, personally, I haven't seen any act with a better writing ability than Lyrical Joe. His 5th August series, 5th August 1, 5th August 2, 5th August 3, 4, 5 onwards. If you listen to his 5th August series, any of them, listen to the lyrics of the song he makes, you understand that this guy is actually a great lyricist. And when it comes to his lyrics and his writing abilities, I think and I believe and I know all of you can agree with me that he can withstand any rapper anywhere in the world. Lyrical Joe is, in fact, undoubtedly, when it comes to the pen game, you can have your own biases, but this guy would definitely make the list of the top 20 smartest Ghanaians. And for the field he is, even though he doesn't attain or he doesn't have the diploma and the degrees and the MPhils and the PhDs, but I don't think any of those that have it would ever even get close to writing any line as sensible as he would in any rap music. So yes, Lyrical Joe would definitely make this list.
And the winner is Lyrical Joe.
Wow. Congratulations to the man Lyrical Joe winning the best rap performance. Please, let's show him some.
Hell of a king, I stole the devil's throne. The gods must be crazy, giving meats to Mr. Bones.
Thank you, God. Thanks to you. Thank you to the whole team, 2MG. Lyrical Republic, stand up. Bless, we'll be here.
Me like Jesus Christ, so even if they cross me, I'ma take them all to paradise. People talk the talk, but when it's time to walk, they paralyze. You know what you speak is gold when they always undermine. You know when love was in the air, I wasn't trying to be the pilot, cause it lands on broken hearts. Baby, that's the only airport.
And number 17 is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Ampem Anthony Appiah. His name is long, right? So let's just say Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Ampem Anthony is a British-born Ghanaian American philosopher, cultural theorist, and novelist whose interests include political and moral theory, the philosophy of language and mind, and African intellectual history. Appiah was the Lawrence S. Rockefeller University Professor of Philosophy and Princeton University before moving to New York University in 2014. He currently holds an appointment at the New York University Department of Philosophy and New York University School of Law. So this guy is actually a Ghanaian. His mother is not Ghanaian, but his father is a full Ghanaian from the Ashanti region, and his father was a lawyer staying out there in the States. And that was where he was born with his siblings. I think he's the first of a lot, and he's also the only philosopher on the list, even though most of those I have mentioned are public intellectuals.
I'm Kwame Anthony Appiah. I'm Professor of Philosophy and Law here at NYU. I teach in the Faculty of Arts and Science and in the Law School. I've worked a great deal on a lot of questions to do with social identities, race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, nationality. I work mostly in ethics and political philosophy now, and I think about things like future of work. What happens in a world in which more and more of the everyday work can be done by machines, including intellectual work, because as artificial intelligence develops, more and more things can be done by machines.
Number 18 will be Samuel Nate George, who we popularly call Sam George, and he's the MP for Ningo Pram Pram. We all know how Sam George has been instrumental, especially against the Western press in the LGBTQ saga. When this whole LGBTQ thing came, he was the one masterminding, and he was the one that is in front of all this agenda for this bill to be passed. As a member of parliament, I am extremely proud of him, how he stood against the Western press and how he communicated effectively that our standpoint as people of Ghana was actually adhered to. And there is no way that you can't admire this man. We don't all stay at Ningo Pram Pram, but you understand why we actually love Sam Jata George. And there is no way I am going to make this list of 20 and he's not going to be part of it, because he's actually fierce, he's actually has vigor, and his aura is just everything. And people that are closer to him, and even those looking at him from afar, will actually tell the charisma of this man. And number 19 is Dr. Frank Amoakohene.
Hey, please. Hello, hey, mucho.
He's the Ashanti regional minister currently. But yes, Dr. Frank Amakohene is also very young. He holds a Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery from the University of Ghana, a Doctor of Medical Laboratory Science degree from UDS, and an MBA from the Accra Business School. So he's a full-time doc who have actually decided to enter politics. So yeah, and he actually really excelled because he's currently serving as the Ashanti Regional Secretary for the NDC and won favor by the President John Dramani Mahama to appoint him designate for the role as the Ashanti Regional Minister. So this guy being a polymath, having the ability to excel in his quest to be a medical doctor and then entering the political scene and also making a limelight makes him one of the brightest polymaths we have, considering how young he is as well. He's someone that anyone can look up to. Even if you are in whatever field, you can also pursue other fields and excel at it.
Fresh
And number 20 is Chachu Chikata. It's actually someone who I'll consider a veteran. I added him because as far as he's still alive, there is no way any other person is making that ahead of him. There is one bright one which would ideally have made a scene if Chachu Chikata wasn't there, which is lawyer Eduji Tamakulu, the current leader of the NDC legal team. So yeah, this is more like the Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal affair. Yeah, so ADG is a very bright prospect, and he in fact should be making this list when the EC went to the High Court to gain permission to recollate these constituencies that has been declared. Eduji and his NDC legal team went to the Supreme Court and it was actually revoked that these coalitions were unlawful. And it was really fierce how he was going and trooping in the court up and down, practicing and pushing for the right thing to be done. So he's a very, very bright prospect. But you can't forget Chachikata that in 2012 he stood for the NDC at the Supreme Court.
But Mr. Chikata, you know about CI 99 and the 8th schedule. That's the 2016 law.
I do know about the schedule provided, but I also know that your lordships are here to administer justice, and that justice must not be sacrificed for expedition.
For that long session, and we all know what ensued there. So Chachikata is a big don. He's the guy. So as far as Chachikata is still alive, ADG can wait. As I was saying, it's more like the Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal affair. And you can't mention the top 3 best lawyers in this country without mentioning Chachikata, even though he is now a veteran and the former CEO of Ghana National Petroleum Company. And yeah, that is what we have. And we can possibly add Reverend Dr. Mama Pat somewhere, the Agrada vibe. She's also very, very bright.
Dear Urade, Ayamami, what Fra Radia Frame, what Gia Radia Jimmy, and Nessamete ha. Yes, what Jimmy. Now, what Sami D. Aya frame Nana Agrada. Now, our mammy D. Fufrobia, ya frame, Evangelist, Patricia, Odro, Cranton.
Me can Agrada is smart too. Just say, Agrada is very smart. Missy Mina, me won't be that. Say na me friend wa high in your bonnet na ma fa Yesu Christo na da unkwa na wa fa Yesu Christo ayo kra no adenkwa unkwa na ye evangelist nti anya ne den agra. I don't know. I think say hey Agrada is smart. Me see na me hwe ma me na ma wusu miti me say wow. Adwe da Agrada timusu. Aha na wo be frega me kra de oka ye kra shock me anu za Agrada oh
it's not easy to be a comfort and all of a sudden to wait to become a pastor and still have that following. It's not easy, but because I want people to take me seriously, I wouldn't need to add her so that you will start thinking that I'm not serious. Yes, Tana Agrada is an honorable mention. to thank you for enjoying another episode of Beyond Indoctrination. Will come your way with another episode soon. This episode is brought to you by the Universal Vision Technologies. You can call them your personal banker, yeah, or your personal e-collector, where if you have the money in your Momo account and you want to deposit it into your bank account, you are just a call away, you are just a text away, and then all you need to do is to just contact them and they'll show you the right processes to be done. And then you can have the money deposited in any bank account of your choice. If you want to pay fees, the money is in this account and you want to pay fees for this purpose, they also got you. So Universal Vision Technologies, which is cut for short as UVTech, is actually here to assist you in all your financial issues. So yeah, their informations and details are displayed on the screen as I speak. You can pick them and contact them no matter where you are and get things done for yourself. Thank you for being part of this, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Ensure you are doing very well. Bye bye.